So this is the baby monitor. We're going to see what we get in the box, talk about some of the features, then we'll do a demo of the product. So let's see what's inside. Now you have the instruction booklet. Make sure you look at it. It'll give you a lot of information that you need, so highly recommend you go through this. Now the stuff that you get, I like that you get everything that you need in here. So you have a very long USB-A to USB-C cord, so you can replace this cord. It isn't proprietary. And then you get a power brick that they say only use this, but if you look at the voltage and the amperage, as long as you get one that's just like this, you can replace it easily. And then you have one for the charging the monitoring unit, and then one to power the camera. So they give you everything that you need in the box, and this is another cable. Like again, everything can be replaced. That's what I like. Nothing's proprietary. And then here's the wall mount. So how you mount it is you put this piece against the wall, and then you have this 1/4-20 screw, put it in here, and then you just position it however you want. And then you tighten it down here, and then you tighten it down here so it doesn't move. And there you go. So, and then here's some wall anchors and some screws that you can put in there if you so choose. Let's take out the camera itself. So here with this camera, you have an antenna for the signal. You have a temperature sensor. And then right here, this is how you pair the unit. I did have to pair it out of the box. Even though it said it was paired, I had to delete that because it wasn't working and I had to repair it. This is where the USB-C plug goes. This doesn't charge, this actually powers the unit. This doesn't have a battery inside. Then at the bottom, it has little feet, so it keeps it from moving. And then, like I said, a 1/4-20 screw. So you could technically put this on a camera tripod if you so wanted to, but it's really just for the wall mount. Now also here you have the infrared, this little thing right here, if you can see it. You have the camera, and then you have the little mic, and then here you have the speaker. And then that's really about it. This does rotate, as you can see. I won't do it because you don't want to mess up the motor, just manually doing it, but you can do that powering it through the control monitor. This is a 720p baby monitor. So now let's talk about the actual head unit that you have here. So we've got this fingerprint magnet, so I always want to keep that clean. So you have the menu button that you can go through all the menus. You can control you can add up to 4 different cameras, and that's how you can view quite a few of them. You have zoom, you can move the camera around, you can talk to the baby if you wanted to, as well as hearing the baby. You have an antenna right here, so you can get a better signal to the actual camera unit. Right here is the on, off, and sleep. So you hold it down for about 5 seconds to turn it on. You hold it down again for about 5 seconds to turn it off, or you just do a quick tap to make it go to sleep. So basically it just turns off the monitor so you don't have this bright monitor while you're sleeping at night. And then here you have the sound notification, which I'll show you later. So say you don't want to hear the baby because sometimes that's distracting, but you want to see if there's noise. There's a little meter sensor right here that lights up that I'll show you. There's a little lightning to show you that it's charging. And then right here, lets you know that it's on. Here's the mic. On the back is the speaker. You have a little kickstand, so you can put it on a nightstand if you so choose, like that. At the bottom, the side is the USB-C port where you actually can charge it. So this unit does have a battery inside, so it doesn't have to be tethered to the wall. You can charge it and use it wherever you'd like throughout the house. So that's a nice feature. So let's turn it on. So here's the unit. Right here we have the strength of the monitoring unit to the camera. Then you have a camera connected. You have the date and time, and then over here you have the battery strength, you have the temperature, you have the volume, which is turned off right now, and then you have sleep mode, so basically it turns off the screen when it's not needed. And then also here you have the menu button, which we'll talk about. That little flashing screen means I have the volume turned off, so that's why it's flashing. I can check the cameras, I can zoom in and out, move the camera, I can talk. So you can, like I said, you can talk to the baby as well as listen. And then you have a couple different sensors, like here, like I set up here, which I'll show you in a few minutes. So let's get to it. So here, if you press menu, you have the cameras. You can connect up to 4 different cameras, and you can view all 4 cameras. Going back, you can view whichever one. I only have one connected, so you can only view one. And then Vox, I have it off turned off right now, but basically that means if you don't want to hear the baby crying, but you want a visual aid, which I'll show you that in a little bit, that's how you do it, low, medium, or high. And then you have a temperature sensor. It can tell you, if you turn on the alarm, it'll tell you once it reaches whatever set minimum or maximum that you have. So right now the maximum is 84, 59, so if it goes above that or below it, an alarm will go off if I set it that way. So that's nice. And then feeding, it's just an alarm to let me know when the feedings need to happen. I can set it to 2, 4, 6 or make up my own. You can play music. I'm not really going to play those, but different lullabies for the baby to soothe them to sleep. This is sleep time, so basically when the screen goes off, so you don't have to see it. Like I said, if it's like this big flashlight at night, you can set it for a certain time for the screen to shut off. And then you go into further settings, can change the brightness of the screen, can change the volume of what I hear. This doesn't affect the alarm. Now this affects the alarm. You can change the alarm's sound and how loud you want that. And then here you can set the date and time, change the language, contact them, and then I can reset this to factory, say I was going to give it away, or say you just did something, you don't know how to fix it, you can set it back to factory. So those are all the options. So now let's test it out. So this is what it looks like in normal light. Let's see what it looks like in a dark room with the infrared on. I know it's a little hard to see the difference on camera, but now it's in a black and white, but it looks just as bright as it was when it was in color. So it does give you a very good picture. So I don't know how well you can hear this, but this is what it sounds like with the baby crying. It's pretty much at full volume. I have my little flounder stuffed animal next to my phone that has baby noises on. So it has a very good speaker. I wouldn't have a problem hearing this. And then it's hard to see at the top, but right here, so it's hard to see in this light, but in the dark you'd be able to see those little dots let you know that there is noise coming from the room, so basically the baby's crying. And there you go. Hope this helps. Take care.